A face appears on your screen. At first it looks human. The skin is smooth, the eyes are open, the mouth is smiling. But something is wrong. The smile arrives half a second too late. The eyes do not move like real eyes. The face is alive, but not alive enough. And before you can explain it, your body already reacts. Your stomach tightens, your skin crawls. Your brain whispers one word: danger. This is the uncanny valley, that strange, creepy feeling you get when something looks almost human, but not quite. A robot with dead eyes, a wax figure that feels too still, a doll that seems like it is staring back, an AI-generated face that looks real for 1 second, then suddenly feels wrong. But what if the uncanny valley is not really about robots, dolls, or artificial intelligence? What if this fear is much older? What if it is an ancient survival alarm, buried deep inside your brain, designed to detect one of the most dangerous things our ancestors could encounter? Something that looked human, but wasn't human enough. Ujaya, Chapter 1. The Face Alarm. Ujaya, your brain is obsessed with faces. Before you notice clothing, tools, weapons, or even the full body, your brain starts searching for the face. In some studies, the brain begins encoding the presence of a face in as little as 75 milliseconds. Before you consciously understand what you are seeing, your brain has already started sorting it into one category: human or not. For millions of years, that question mattered. A normal face could mean tribe, safety, cooperation, food, fire, protection. But a wrong face could mean danger, a stranger, a sick person, a dead body, a rival, a trap. Your brain did not evolve to enjoy realistic animation. It evolved to survive. So when you see a hyper-realistic android, a strange AI face, or a bad CGI human, your brain does not simply say, "That animation looks bad." It says something much older. This face should be human, but something is wrong. The illusion breaks. Your brain cannot file it as safe, and that is when the fear begins. But why does a fake human feel so uniquely disturbing? What exactly is your brain detecting? There are several theories, and the first one begins with something our ancestors feared long before they feared predators: disease. Chapter 2. The Sick One. In ancient tribes, some of the deadliest enemies were invisible. No one could see bacteria. No one understood viruses. No one knew what infection really was. But people could see the signs: a face turning pale, strange skin, sores, swelling, twitching, unnatural movement, a person acting like themselves, but not quite. Many of the diseases our ancestors feared left visible marks. Leprosy could damage the face. Smallpox could cover the skin. Rabies could change behavior, movement, and aggression. The person still looked human, but the body was sending warning signals. The face says human, the movement says danger. This is where one major theory of the uncanny valley comes in: the pathogen avoidance hypothesis. The idea is simple. When a face looks almost human, but carries tiny biological errors, your brain may treat those errors like signs of infection. An artificial face with strange skin texture, a doll with lifeless eyes, an AI avatar whose mouth moves slightly out of sync, a robot that turns its head too stiffly. Your modern brain sees technology, but your ancient brain may see contamination. It may treat that wrongness like a possible sign of disease. And evolution does not reward the calmest reaction. It rewards the safest one. If your ancestor avoided someone who only looked strange, they lost very little. But if they got too close to someone carrying a deadly infection, they could die. Or worse, they could bring that sickness back to the entire tribe. So your brain uses the smoke detector principle. Better to panic too early than too late. Better to feel disgust. Better to step back. Better to survive. That creepy feeling may be your behavioral immune system firing inside your skull. Not because the robot is dangerous, but because, to your ancient brain, it looks like a human body going wrong. Chapter 3. the dead one. But sickness is only one possibility. There is another reason an almost human face may disturb you: death. Think about a wax figure. It has human proportions, human skin, human eyes, human lips, but it does not breathe. It does not blink correctly. It has the stillness of something that should not be standing. A corpse creates one of the strongest danger signals in nature. In the wild, a fresh dead body is not just sad. It is information. It means something happened here. Something killed this person, and whatever caused it may still be nearby. A predator could be hiding in the grass. A rival group could be watching from the trees. The water could be poisoned. The air could be unsafe. The body itself could carry disease. To your ancestors, death was not just an ending, it was a warning sign. The Uncanny Valley lives right on the border between the living and the dead. A doll looks alive, but does not move. A mannequin has a face, but no awareness. A wax figure has eyes, but no life behind them. Your brain is forced to hold two opposite ideas at once. This is human, this is not alive. And then comes the worst part: movement. When something corpse-like suddenly twitches, turns, or smiles, the fear multiplies, because now it is not just dead, it is dead and moving. Your brain does not have a safe category for that. A corpse is not supposed to move. That is why a lifelike figure standing still can feel uncomfortable. But a lifelike figure suddenly snapping its head toward you can feel horrifying. The fear is not random. It may come from one of the oldest rules of survival. If something looks dead, stay away. If something dead starts moving, run. Chapter 4. The Almost Human Stranger. But there is a darker possibility. This one is more speculative. We do not know if it is true, but it is disturbing to think about. What if the Uncanny Valley was not built for machines at all? What if it was built for a world where the thing standing across from you looked almost like your people, but was not your people? For tens of thousands of years, Homo sapiens were not alone. Other human species walked the earth: Neanderthals, Denisovans, and maybe others we have not even discovered yet. They were not monsters. They were intelligent, strong, social, skilled, human-like, and that may have made them even more unsettling, because the most dangerous stranger is not always the one who looks completely different. Sometimes it is the one who looks almost familiar. Imagine being an early human at the edge of a dark forest. You see a figure between the trees. It stands upright. It has arms, legs, a face. For 1 second your brain says, person. But then you notice something wrong. The brow is heavier. The proportions are different. The movement is unfamiliar. The face is close to human, but not quite yours. Could this have shaped our fear of the almost human? We do not know. But for our ancestors, an almost human figure in the distance may not have been fantasy. It may have been another kind of human, similar enough to confuse the brain, different enough to trigger distrust. And in a world where territory, food, mates, and survival were always at stake, confusion could be deadly. Your brain hates uncertainty, especially uncertainty with a face. If it cannot clearly identify the signal, it chooses fear. That may be why the Uncanny Valley feels so specific. It is not the fear of something completely alien. It is the fear of something almost familiar, almost safe, almost one of us, but not enough. Chapter 5. The eyes give it away. There is one final trigger, and it sits right in the center of the face: the eyes. Human eyes are unusual. Compared to many other animals, we have a bright white sclera, the white part of the eye. One theory says this made it easier for humans to read each other's gaze. And in a social species, gaze matters. Where is your tribe member looking? Did they see danger? Did they find food? Are they warning you silently? Are they lying? Are they afraid? A readable gaze is a cooperative gaze. It allows humans to share attention without speaking. A tiny eye movement can say, "Look there, stay quiet, do not move. Something is behind you." But many predators benefit from eyes that are harder to read. Unreadable eyes hide intention. They make it harder for prey to know where danger is focused. And this may be why the eyes are often where fake humans fail. The skin may look real, the mouth may smile, the face may have the correct shape, but the eyes give it away. They do not focus correctly. They do not blink naturally. They do not make the tiny movements real eyes make. They look open, but empty. And when the eyes fail, the whole illusion collapses. Your brain no longer reads the face as a person. It reads it as something watching you. That is why dead eyes are so disturbing. Not because they look evil, but because they break the deepest social signal humans have. The face says, "Trust me," but the eyes say, "Something is missing." The ancient alarm. So maybe the uncanny valley is not a fear of robots. Maybe it is not really about dolls, mannequins, CGI, or artificial intelligence. Maybe those things are only pressing a much older button, a button built by disease, by death, by predators, by strangers, by the ancient need to know, instantly, whether the face in front of you belonged to someone safe. The uncanny valley may be a fear of humans who are no longer human enough. A sick human, a dead human, a strange human, a fake human, a face that sends the right signals and the wrong signals at the same time. That is why it feels so personal. Your brain is not just judging an image. It is running an ancient survival test. Human or not, safe or not, alive or not. And when the answer is unclear, your body reacts before your mind can explain it. So the next time you see an AI-generated face, a robotic humanoid, or a doll that feels like it is staring back at you, remember this. That shiver down your spine may not be irrational. It may be your ancient survival alarm doing exactly what it was designed to do, keeping you alive. If you want to keep exploring the ancient instincts still hiding inside your DNA, hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.